Welcome to the world united.
Welcome to the World United.
Not only an Iraqi freedom war veteran and environmental activist, but he also holds such Native American distinctions as medicine man, sun dancer, and sacred pipe carrier. His experience with near death, several ET contacts, and participation in ancient sacred ceremonies has fostered a relationship with off-planet intelligence, which in turn has led to evolutionary responsibility as a CE5 facilitator. He is passionate and carries his message about our revolutionary shift from 3D to 5D, and has just released his first channeled book, I Am Perfect, and So Are You. So, Drew, I'm just going to pass it over to you. Welcome.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everybody. Can you hear me, Mike?
Yes, we sure can.
Okay, great. So the evolutionary shift, I guess we need to start off with the year that we're in, 2020. And what is 2020? What did it mean in 2019 and 2018? What did 2020 mean to us, our intuitive sense when we said it? It meant perfect vision. So when the year 2020 comes and we are writing down and continuing saying 2020, what does that manifest? What vibration, what energy does that manifest in the universe? It manifests a sense of clear vision. So this year we're experiencing clear vision, this evolutionary shift, which I believe, which I've saw through ceremonies that I've been in through the past 4 years of Sundance and UWIPI and whatnot. So backing up a little bit, frequency and vibration, Dr. Emoto, you can reference him. He found out through experimentation with water that positive and negative frequency and vibration can affect the molecules in the water. They can actually affect the crystalline form of the molecules. He did an experiment where he had one glass of water and it was in a room with a hate speech of Hitler or something like that, a negative speech. And in the other room, he had another glass of water, and in that room, he played Beethoven for 30 days. He ran this experiment, and then he looked at those glasses of water. Come to find out that we are frequency and vibration. This is proof that at least water reacts to frequency and vibration. So taking a step further, stepping out of Dr. Emoto's findings of frequency and vibration and how they affect everything, we can look at ourselves. What are our bodies made of? Our bodies are made of 80% water, 70% water. And so that frequency and vibration, just like those positive and negative tones, can affect our body and in turn affect our surroundings and what we see around us. So I feel I need to share about the evolutionary shift and the frequency and vibration aspect of it, particularly of how each and every one of us can affect our lives in a positive way. Just by looking at everything around us, the frequency and vibration of what we're encountering, the words we're using, the people that we're around, loving thoughts, and trying to look at the positive of every situation. I had a experience of oneness where I stepped in the source a few years ago, and in that moment, I speak about it in great detail in my book. But in that moment, I realized that everything was perfect because I realized that I was stepping into source. I was stepping into a ball of light, and when I stepped into that ball of light, I made that decision to give up my physical form. And not knowing I was going to be able to come back to it, but knowing if I stepped into source, I could fix everything. When I stepped into source, I realized that there was nothing wrong with the creation at all. Everything was always perfection. Everything that you perceived as wrong was tied into another that was a beautiful thing. So the whole picture itself was a perfect picture. It may have a flaw here and there, but it all tied into this beautiful picture of life. So coming back into physical form from that experience, I made a decision to come back into physical form and carry that truth back and to spread it. And that's the simple truth of what's going on right now. You could look at what's going on right now in the world as an apocalypse, or you could look at it as the beginning of the new world. And it's your choice, and everything is going to be manifested from us. And quite simply, the evolutionary shift is internal. It starts internal with the understanding of we are one. You're a one consciousness, but separate. And that's the new step. That's quite simply the evolutionary shift of what you need to come to terms with. You are one consciousness, but walking on two legs, and you can call it Christ consciousness or one consciousness or Buddha or any other label you want on it. But truth is that I'm speaking the word of God right now because I'm vibrating a message from source. And we're all speaking a word of God every time that we speak. And we need to come to realize that. And, you know, the world is coming to that. This panel, we have over 1,000 spiritual leaders in this conference speaking on Zoom, taking the time out of their life without pay, just to spread a message. And I think it's beautiful. You know, I see myself in everybody, and I also see that everything's a mirror for myself. So, yeah, the evolutionary shift. I believe that to take it a step further on what's actually happening to our physical selves, on a physical level, that we have crystals in our body. I am an ayahuasquero. I work with the sacred medicine ayahuasca and San Pedro. I also work with my own energy and channel energy through source to help heal and do things, help people interpret their dreams and walk through this new world. You know, you're stepping into a brand new world, and we're about to step into a brand new governmental structure on a global scale. Once you understand that everything is around you as a part of you, it affects you on how you interact with your surroundings, how you interact with people around you, how you interact with nature. And these are the secrets that's been you had to go on top of a hill and meditate, or you had to go to these ceremonies to figure it out. But the time is now that you can the energy and the frequency of the vibration of the earth is matched so we can do that on a much easier time. A lot of us empaths and energy workers are feeling a great flux of energy right now. And our physical makeup is made up of crystals. These are secrets that's been held by spiritual leaders and medicine people for years. And for some reason, I was the one that was chosen gave me permission to spread it, and actually told to spread everything that I knew about medicine work and our human body and makeup. So everything that manifests is at its basis has crystals in it, physical crystals. This is scientific proof that our bodies have crystals in it in our brains. That's how the electrons activate these crystals. And I believe that our bodies are becoming more crystallized right now, and it's becoming a rapid movement for our bodies to become crystallized to get us ready for an event. I believe that'll happen this year, and a solar flare that'll happen this year. But again, you can view it however, you can view it from two different aspects. You can be scared of a solar flare of what's going to happen, or you can trust and surrender to the universe that you're going to be loved and held through this time ahead. And the times we're in now, you know, you can look at it however you want to, but it can be a pandemic or the end of the earth, or it can be the beginning of the new earth. And with that, I just say a blessing for everybody, a trust and surrender, and open their hearts and open their minds and their body and their spirits to this new world. And that's what I have on evolutionary shift. I get into it more in my book, but that's all I have to share right now. Thank you, Mike.